Sunsangidan Jagimo, the Dodging would have gone to Yabdam Garden, so I made by Jepsan Gonzalo Lamar and Boche, Namji Yabji, the drama made by the go up to the Kipi Shans are young Johnson, George and you, La Baramzata, so Gangi Yards on Tavi, Gazer and Zumba, down Draja. Sawis was Sarin Dogan, Makut, the circular, teaching that Macani here on you, Singi Konjaba, Tomba Maka, Jabat. There are the Lupan Zorjon, audience all about me, don't bola. Garvanam Dram, Jean and you, sons of Wavia, and Zomba, Bam, John, Nida, Lupam Zoro. She's along the Turkey Gombani, Rosaran, Salon Kijan, the Vietnam of Turkey, Rodons, Kamjin Chuji, Yarola, Shavanzara, Navi Sangi, General Yala, Condos on Molam number, Chuki Yarin, the lanes of Zaba, and Jam Lami Yala, Shanzarlo, Johnny Colin, Jawabo, she drew me up the Yen and you thought I'm Jambayala, Shanzarlo, Concept Dr. John Bansem, sir, here we ban Marajona, Jordan, Lakshadrsi, Jaya Trojana, Jafardaki, La Karsor, that Tedagna, Rang, Kala movie, Deni, Ta Labalala, Chopper Joba, Wanda Sony.
Before beginning the teachings, I have just paid homage to my own heart deity.
Deni, quand l'on recherche Tamir, jeune, quand l'on recherche Tam.
Now the subject today.
Deni, Taxuno, Tananga Sangibi, Chuluk Dam Timber, Tatamship Dordi Samskivayan.
Well, I'd like to speak a little bit today about the tradition of Buddhism and the types of practices that are employed in daily life which are in accordance with the Buddhist tradition. Is the mic?
Aya, Tinana Tatari Chakana Hajam, Karavs on Kirazgan, but she gubarit.
We should all recognize that we all are experiencing a state of great fortune.
The
reason for this is, first of all, that we are born in this world of ours called Zambuling.
Frena, that had Limpaboda, no Valam Shutan, Pian Dramanian Jibala Soba Mir, Jan Monjo Kiritana. They Samala, that long shutan, their kidna, Caber Pansum Soba Yokan. That time it should be Karame Pianana, that deadly Caber than Papa in Belshi Gubari.
And the reason that this world of ours, which is actually the southern continent called Zambuling, the reason that this world of ours called Zambuling, which is the southern continent, is so fully endowed is because if we examine the way that life is carried out in the other continents, to the east, to the west, and to the north, although there is human life on those continents, and there are endowments and there are pleasurable experiences, it is impossible for any of those human beings to meet with the Buddha Dharma or practice the Buddha Dharma. It simply does not exist there. So then in this world of ours, the southern continent, again called Zambuling, it is also very difficult to actually obtain a precious human rebirth, to be reborn as a human being in a situation with all of the endowments and states of freedom. And so if that situation has been obtained, it is considered to be extremely precious and extremely excellent.
That Hama in Las Organization, that dignity of Zota Mepadana. 마사파 장가는 다 담비 출라 쇼 콤비 롱컵이야 메비피나 하장 근데 타쳐바지 되는데
Because if one were actually reborn in the hell realm, the hungry spirit realm, the animal realm, the Titan realm, or the Deva realm, the suffering that must be endured there is absolutely unbearable. So much so that there is absolutely no opportunity to practice the Dharma.
디나는 다 하이 예리 피아와 흔드 몸 살바당 데르짓 판승 쪽바즈다 요드리 있다는 다 데레트 키나야나 데니존 데데 스탑다 버메트 밤 바지카야나 다 추디 비카레메 비피나 디야나 메니 토반딘 슈크자야 데니와 마리.
And even if one is reborn in a God's realm, in the realms of gods, although these are marvelous places, fully endowed with pleasures and everything is very wondrous, still, because one is so consumed with the pleasure of the experience, then one never has any opportunity to practice Dharma, because one is not inclined to do so. And so the spiritual path remains unpracticed.
이 마사파 장가는 다 상지가 송 왜나 소설 tarvadan fiançıp sefadan şıngakçı çüzere nambaqsım şedoğunları tatti sangmazıktığını melin dilirtendi tangını dribnayanın driban dribi karvana yopar del hala soban roğak janlanı dilirtendi tangını lam çatsangız drib tıvki mari dribi karvana yopki mari tivşenayan meliden yeber kavari.
In that, Lord Buddha Shakyamuni presented the three categories of teachings in this world, the teachings on the Pratimoksha, the Bodhisattva, and the mantra in those three categories, or vehicles. Anyone who has a precious human rebirth, who is able to connect with these teachings, has the opportunity to accomplish them in their entirety, if they so desire. But if someone is reborn as a god, in the gods' realms, for instance, they would not have the opportunity to practice any of these teachings. It's not something that would occur for them. And so therefore, more than rebirth as a god, a human rebirth is absolutely sublime, and it's something very difficult to obtain.
디너 돈밥 좀 든디 다 짐정을 집에 탐set거나 하위 학비 리제르케롱은 다 쳇도 흥합주든 자자대야 밀리는 보치리 다르다랑이 날란 듯토요 빠텔라 갑초 개발견 킷 구바리.
And so it is always considered by those who follow the Buddha, the followers of the Buddha's teachings, that the human rebirth is something that is more sublime than even birth as a god. And in context of that, the precious human rebirth, with its freedoms and endowments, is the most difficult rebirth to obtain. And once it is obtained, then we should always feel a sense of true joy and gratitude.
Deni 다 상진짓된them 종아대양 흔들 니버까와직도 옛날에.
In addition to that, it is very rare to be born at a time when the Buddha has come into this world.
대안은 다 저들이나 상진짓된데 쇼음비 디저텔라나 카라 자오지 피아바리. 상진짓된데 마피움비 디저텔라나 문비 카라지 피아바리.
A period of time, which is a time that the Buddha has come into the world, is called a fortunate aeon. And that fortunate aeon is termed such because it refers to a time that the Buddha was present in the world, that his presence is known. Whereas a time when his presence is unknown in the world is called a dark aeon.
디나나 다 맨비 카라자키트는 양니 양의 짱 망오지듬 종아리 디니 드론니 카라금 다 상진지트는 쇼미 카라 정어테는 다 링가 잠스 마토면 멈종지 하장 콘모지 되는리.
As for these two aeons of time, the dark aeons are very abundant. There are multitudes of them in terms of time. But the light aeons, the time when the Buddha comes and the lamp of the Buddha's presence is in this world, these are only sort of interspersed in between an abundance of dark periods of time. And so therefore, it is also considered to be rare.
디 상진지트는 쇼바데 테스타 니버까와지긴 비 김선 대야나 단 조알 남나 then is on the Tampa Chunyamsil be carriers on Trinkins or be Tisote, Hajan Kun was in the Sanji Machinery.
And this is why it is considered by Buddhists that to be born in a time when the Buddha has come into the world is also very rare and very precious, let alone having the opportunity to connect with his teachings and actually put them into practice.
Then, that's Sanjin Jitin the Shumber Kirjana, that's Sanji the Chusoni Masadna, that Chuti, now at the Man per Dayopatiana, Hajanga the Niperkava than Karazon Yaneri.
So then, assuming we have the great fortune of the Buddha's presence in the world, if the Buddha came and didn't teach the Dharma, then again it might not be as fortunate, but in fact, of course, he did teach the Dharma. Not only that, if the Dharma had already vanished from this world, that would be a certain situation, which it is not. The Dharma is still present in this world.
That thing is covered up some of Tana, that's Sanjin Jitin the Shumba Matsat, that's Sanji Chujin Korloyan. Rebak similar Sovata, Maoji coroner, then is on the Tampadiana, that Nivin began bandana, Hajan Gafrufia was a Kervajiri.
Not only did the Buddha teach the Dharma, but he turned the wheel of the Dharma teachings on 3 great occasions. And all of those teachings are still very much present in this world. They remain stable in this world. And so because of the presence of the Buddha's doctrine, and as something that we can connect with, we should understand how rare it is, and we should feel a sense of true joy and gratitude.
God, Dangi Chindaze, Tago, Zinana, Sanjin Jitin, the Shun, the Chustamani Odrit, Sanji Karte Chusong, Tamba Nisus and Jana, that the Ton de Manor Tonbi, that Lama give him them Ted go on the remark to Mana, that Lamada Mamtredna, around the Sanji Son Samanyams and be Tep Shiba Mari.
However, once again, in that the teachings are present, if we don't meet with a qualified spiritual mentor, a lama, a spiritual teacher who can explain these teachings to us, then we wouldn't understand how to really connect with them and how to practice. So we also must have the auspicious coincidence of meeting with a true spiritual guide, for if we don't, again, we don't have the same state of good fortune.
Then that Lama gave him dam Chadana, Lamian, Sanji, Sonjenda, Yapsin of Tombatin, David Chicken the Combagri.
And it is also even more rare to, let's say, meet with a Lama, receive the teachings of the Buddha from the Lama, but then to actually be inspired to practice those teachings.
Dinana, that, Murchaka, Rangi, Sangmala, Tavim Trinkindana, then he Dani Kiverkava, Hon Zavala de Arki, Shumberka, Sanji Anjitin de Chun, Tixomerkava, Tambi Chujan, Tambi Chuson at Sandmaza, Tambi Tambay Taramana Ni, Tirton be Lamadam Chata, Lamadam Chapa Mazet, Lami Chuton be Caravzon Dena, Ta Adam Waranjitin de Shun, Kava Ligan and the Dark Kavas again, but she in a dark Gafro Gomgoni.
Therefore, all of us should think about it. When I mention how rare and precious our opportunity is, which is fully endowed, it refers to what I just mentioned, that we are born in this southern continent, Zambuling, the best of all places to be born, in a precious human rebirth, that we are born at a time that the Buddha has come into the world. We are born at a time that the Buddha not only came into the world, but gave the Dharma teachings. We're born at a time that the Dharma teachings have not vanished from the world. They're still with us. And we're also able to meet with kind and compassionate spiritual mentors who introduce us to the teachings, who are willing to teach us. And so therefore, our situation right now is like the blooming of a udamwara flower, which is something that blooms just once in an aeon, which is exceedingly rare to see, and that is likened to our present state of rebirth. So therefore we should experience, or we should sort of give rise to, a strong sense of joy and gratitude.